Hello everybody, today is February 9th, 2016, and today I'm going to be doing Psalm 22. I'm going to be doing verses 1 through 11 today, and I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera toward the scripture so we can read it. So it says, "To the choir master, according to the door of the dawn, a psalm of David. My God, why have you forsaken me? Why are you so far from saving me from the words of my groaning? Oh my God, I cry by day, but you do not answer, and by night but I find no rest. Yet you are holy, enthroned in the praises of Israel. And you, our fathers, they trusted, and you delivered them. To you they cried and were rescued. In you they trusted and were not put to shame. But I am a worm and not a man, scorned by mankind and despised by the people. All who seek me mock me, they make mouths at me, they wag their heads. He trusts in the Lord, let him deliver him. Let him rescue him, for he delights in him. Yet you are he who took me from the womb. You made me trust you at my mother's breast. On you was I cast from my birth, and from my mother's womb you have been my God. Be not far from me, for trouble is near, and there is none to help." So, we go to the first couple verses. The first verse actually sounds familiar. Many of you know that Jesus said that when he was about to die on a cross. And so, this could be counted as a prophecy of that. But also, we can relate to how David is feeling in this psalm too, because he feels that God has forsaken us. And he says, "Why are you so far from saving me from the words of my groaning?" And so a lot of us have been groaning and asking for God for deliverance for a while. And it's hard to keep waiting on him when we think that he has left us. And then two, "I cry by day, but you do not answer, and by night I find no rest." David actually feels that God is not answering him. So even David has felt this way. But yet, here's how he responds: "That you are holy, enthroned in the praises of Israel. And you, our fathers, they trusted, and you delivered them." So David points out how God has delivered his ancestors, and he is hoping that God would deliver him as well. And it's kind of like us thinking, God has given other people abundance, but he has not done it to us, or he has given other people their wishes, but it's important not to be envious of them and just to trust in God's plan for our lives. And that's still something that I'm learning every day. And 6, David felt like he was a worm and not a man, despised by people and being mocked. And how that he's being mocked by people and saying, "He trusts in the Lord, let him deliver him, let him rescue him, for he delights in him." It's like the people saying to Jesus, "God can save you, get down from that cross." It's kind of like the same thing here in 8. And then the 9, "Yet you are he who took me from the womb. You made me trust you at my mother's breast. On you I was cast from my birth, and from my mother's womb you have been my God." So David is still acknowledging God even though he cannot hear from God right now. And so we should be following that example. And then finally in 11 he asks God to be near and not far when there is trouble. And there is no one else to help. That's the thing. We have to trust in God because there really is no one else who can help us. So I just pray that encourages you, and I hope that you liked the video and share it, and I'll be back tomorrow as we start at verse 12.